Hey everybody, Jason Bermas here, and we are going to talk the Large Hadron Collider, also known as CERN. Obviously, that's just a part of CERN, but they go hand in hand. And, I saw some comments on my Twitter and in some other feeds that I had kind of just made the reactivation of CERN into a nothing burger. And I thought to myself, this would be a good time to talk about CERN, to talk about its odd occultic aspects, and to talk about its purpose not only being one of scientific exploration, but I believe in many ways not so much to actually explain life, maybe create some new theories, talk about some new particles, but bring down God. Whoa, Jason, that seems a little odd. Well, when I say bring down God, I mean the very idea of a supreme deity and actually associate what they are doing with a supreme deity known as Shiva, okay? And Shiva is this god that you could equate with pure energy, okay? The beginning and end of creation itself, kind of this infinite loop. And we're going to show you the occult ritual that took place outside of CERN before Shiva. We're going to discuss what the Higgs boson is. And we're going to talk about Bilderberg 2017, when CERN actually showed up. Oh, I attended Bilderberg 2017, and when I confronted one of the members that was going out for a run, I, in particular, wanted to talk about CERN because at the same time, quantum mechanics and quantum computing also on the agenda. Okay, and this is where I really started to delve deeper and deeper into what they were saying about these things, including multiverse theories, okay, and challenging the very fabric of space-time and how that's now been popularized. So buckle the truck up. We're going to talk some Higgs boson and a lot more. Before we do it, thumbs it up, subscribe, and share. As you guys know, we're fully demonetized on YouTube, and we've been kicked off again and again and again and again and again. So if you want to see my stuff uncensored, there's the rock fin. Don't forget to Rumble. Really cool feature on the Rumble app is that if you're in a car and you're about to leave and you don't want to watch the video but you want to listen, you don't have to have a premium subscription, so you just let it keep running. If audio is your game all the time, we got it on Podbean as well. We're across the board, and of course, I could use your support. The Buy Me the Coffee links are down below. All the documentaries are free, and they need to be shared. Loose Change, Final Cut, Fabled Enemies, Invisible Empire, A New World Order Defined, and Shade the Motion Picture. Okay, Higgs boson. Now, first of all, I want to talk about how they continually said, when I say that, CERN continually said they have found the Higgs boson. They have found the God particle, if you will. Okay? I don't know that that's true at all. Okay, first of all, I want to put this out there. My feeble brain, okay, in these fields of physics beyond my comprehension, cannot make a discernment on what, in fact, is real and what is not real, and even what we're seeing when these things happen, because you have this long particle accelerator. Publicly, the world's largest particle accelerator, bashing these things into one another, and then creating, supposedly, impacts that may show other properties in particles. All right? And we're actually going to play a clip from the BBC over in April when they reopened the facility after shutting it down, supposedly, after a long period of time. Let me see if that is Fitch by chance. I doubt it is. It is the 4th of July. People are out partying. We'll stay in the call just in case. But, by the way, happy Independence Day for those that are celebrating. I did the family thing / fireworks yesterday, and we had a blast. And my heart goes out to what happened in Highland Park, Illinois today. That's, basically what I'm going to say about that. That's only a few hours for me now, so wow. Okay? Let's talk about this. Okay, so in 2017, right after what the chairman of CERN, let's type in CERN in here. Let's find that. Control F, CERN. There we are. Fabioli Giannato attends this thing. Okay, they announce what? They are fast tracking plans to build a particle accelerator 3 times as big as the Large Hadron Collider. Now, I've always said this, okay? In 2000, I think 3 or 4, it might have been in 2004. I know they brought out the Shiva statue. Okay, this is press release July 2004. When this stuff started to happen, okay, and this was the inception, all of a sudden there was an explosion in these multiverse theories, and of course, what? The Mandela effect, right? And so many people have associated with what CERN is doing, okay, with that. I would argue this. Whatever they're doing at CERN, they were doing an underground basis on a smaller scale before they created this public entity and this global enterprise. And unfortunately, what we know publicly about what it's being used for and what it's actually doing is probably a very, very, very small portion of what's actually happening. Once again, you don't have this on the Bilderberg agenda back in 2017. Oh, look, it's the director of the CIA at the time, right? Oh, the CEO of Stripe was there. That's interesting. You know, I can't get Stripe payments to work for me. Wow, I didn't know what Stripe was in 2017. That's a whole nother story. You know, we're on Rumble right now, and Buy Me a Coffee has the Stripe option, but there's another one. There's a lot of these things like Locals and others that you can't join or do without a Stripe account. Well, nice to know he's a Bilderberg attendee. Bilderberg, though, doesn't really have any occultic flavors. Okay, not, at least, you know, not the kind that we're talking about. But Shiva certainly does. And what I want you guys to watch right now in the background before we play what's happening at the Large Hadron Collider. Again, opening back up in April of this year, and now supposedly being turned on either today or tomorrow. Those were the emails I was getting. You know, nothing to see here, just more weird occult stuff in the name of science.
Es ist vermutlich nur ein übler.
You know what? Since it's in another language, we'll just, I mean, take a look, guys. I mean, laying before an altar. We've seen this type of stuff before. And you ask yourself, you know, this is cartoon level. And there it is, the mock sacrifice right there. You see that? Why is it we've always got these mock sacrifices? You know, Clay Clark, he's going to be on the show after the next Reawaken America event, which is coming up this weekend in Virginia. I'm going to be speaking at the one in August. But this isn't new. Why is it at the upper echelons of power are we constantly doing these things, even if they're in a mock tone? I mean, seriously, what is going on here? What is wrong with people? It's just disturbing. It's disgusting. And you can sit here and act like, you know, they're doing it for fun and jokes and hoaxes, etc. No. No. I'm sorry. That's not what this is. What is this again? Are they just showing it on repeat here? So build again. You know, I wish that I had gotten just the raw footage. Here's the BBC talking about what they're doing. Again, the public face of CERN.
The world's most powerful particle accelerator. The Large Hadron Collider will reopen today after 3 years of being shut down for improvements. Scientists around the globe are hoping that the upgraded machine, which is massive, will be able to detect new particles and start a physics revolution that could forever change our understanding of the whole universe. Our science correspondent Palab Ghosh reports.
And that's the thing. I'm all for science and exploration and unlocking the secrets of the universe, but constantly, the Higgs boson is the God particle, right? The Big Bang theory colliding together. This is what must have started life out of nowhere, except we don't know how the particles started. Ah.
So it's like a medieval castle. You have to have like a winding road to get there.
Deep underground, Dr. Marcello Bonner shows me into the heart of the Large Hadron Collider.
So this is the first time I'll have seen the detector, and wow, it just looks incredible.
7,000 tons of intricate engineering, built to detect minute particles created by atoms crashing together.
This is one of the best positions because it really shows you all the
It's huge.
majesty of this detector, isn't it? Yeah.
Majesty is the word. This is the detector that was responsible for one of the most important breakthroughs in science, the discovery of the Higgs boson.
And again, they discovered it several times. I want to make that extremely clear. You know, when you're looking for something specific and then you find something that's anomalous, I'm just saying that again and again and again, this was the goal. Now they're telling you what the next goal is. They want to find the fifth element. Element number 5, the fifth element. And once again, bringing you further and further and further away from a deity, a morality, a spirituality, and into this trust the science realm. And we can answer all questions through science. Believe us.
It's just been upgraded, and the hope is it'll discover more particles that are completely new to science. And if it does, it could transform our understanding of the universe.
And by the way, if you notice, he was wearing the little CERN hat here. See the CERN logo? A lot of people have commented on the 666 here. Let's see if we can do it. If you look at it, look, 1 6, 2 6, and a 3 6. Just bizarre, you know, that they're into that and, you know, have that symbology in there.
Transform our understanding of the universe.
We are looking actively for a lot of new phenomena. Dark matter, for example, we can look directly for dark matter.
Could this be one of the biggest discoveries ever in physics?
I'd say yes. I'd say it might be. Yes, indeed. It's the majority of the universe that is made of this dark matter, and we have, at the moment, no clue what it is. So yes, absolutely, that would be incredible.
So again, they talk about this matter that they don't understand, and we're going to figure it out. And I'm not against these explorations. I'm not.
Dark matter is shown here in purple in this simulation, sprawling across the blackness of space. The bright areas are galaxies, stars and planets, which make up just a tiny fraction of the universe. The researchers here hope to produce dark matter particles by accelerating the inside of atoms close to the speed of light around a 27-kilometer ring, and then crashing them together.
This is what compresses the magnet when it actually...
These are the giant magnets that steer the particles around the ring and focus them into a narrow beam. They've been improved too, so that there'll now be double the number of collisions, which will greatly increase the chances of finding new particles.
For all the physics that we've done since the startup of the LHC, the last 10 years, we'll be able to actually get the same amount of data in the next 3 years as we did in those 10 years. And there is also the chance that by both increasing the energy of the LHC, which we've done slightly, and in seeing more of these collisions, that there is something else out there to be discovered.
The electronics has also been upgraded to keep up with the increased data. The researchers here are also hoping to get confirmation of a new fifth force of nature.
The fifth force of nature.
I've been hunting for the fifth force for as long as I've been a particle physicist, and maybe this is the year. This would upend the field. It would be the biggest discovery of the CERN LHC. I think the biggest discovery in particle physics since bigger than the Higgs.
The particles that are created are going in every direction.
The researchers here are excited about what the newly upgraded Large Hadron Collider could achieve. It could help them make discoveries that would lead to the greatest shift in our understanding of the universe since Einstein's theories more than 100 years ago.
So there you go. And again, I want to talk what the alternative community sometimes gets into with Mandela effects and rifts in reality and the multiverse. I just don't buy it, guys. And one of the big reasons I don't buy it is number one, is it's constantly, those things are constantly being pushed by the mainstream establishment. It's the kind of thing that you see on the Discovery Network or TLC or the History Channel, etc., constantly promoted. You're now seeing it more and more and more and more in high-level science fiction, drama, and action films, right? I have not watched Everything Everywhere All at Once. I'm going to, right? Because I consider it all fiction. But they push fiction as reality. And if there is a multiverse that really says that you don't have free will, that everything is predetermined, it also says that your polar opposite has to be possible because every possibility happens. And with these infinite possibilities, you ask yourself, how could you have free will? How could there be an actual reality? And you notice when they talk about this dark matter, they talk about the rest of the universe. Well, let me again say this. I'm not convinced that all of space is a vacuum, okay? And that we've been truthful of what is really out there beyond low Earth orbit in many cases. Now, that doesn't mean it doesn't exist, or that we're on a flat Earth and a dome and a firmament. I'm not saying any of that. I don't believe any of that. I'm saying to you that human beings' knowledge of the unknown in mass is very, very limited in scope, and that projects like this have been compartmentalized via the military-industrial complex for a very, very long time, okay? And the narratives that they're putting forth are extremely, extremely detrimental to the idea of a soul, of a God, of morality in general, yet somehow, some way, they want to associate themselves with Shiva, the god that drank the poison and saved the other gods. He was so strong. The beginning and the end of creation itself. They still want that symbolism. It's really weird. So guys, you know the drill. Thumbs it up, subscribe, and share. Didn't even get 100 thumbs up on this video, YouTube. Come on. And remember, we're back, but you missed a ton. Rumble it up. Rockfin away, $9.99 a month or $99.99 for the year. You hit subscribe. It really does help support me. But the best way to financially support me right now directly is, of course, buying me a coffee. So the Buy Me Coffee, the links are down below. This is certainly not a left or right issue. It's not about conservative or liberal. Okay, this is a real issue that concerns all of us. But do I think that, you know, they're turning it on because they're ready for Armageddon and that sort of... No. I'm concerned because of the reasons I talked about here, not because they're turning the thing back on. I love you guys. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you all on the flip.